Let's talk about something that sounds counterintuitive, spending $500 today to avoid spending $50,000 tomorrow. Most office workers tolerate terrible workspace setups because they think ergonomic equipment is a luxury. But here's what the research actually shows. That's backwards thinking that costs you enormously over time. Consider what poor ergonomics really costs. You start with chronic neck pain, maybe some shoulder tension. You ignore it for months, maybe years, telling yourself it's just part of office life. Then you're looking at physical therapy, $100 to $300 per session, and you'll need 12 to 24 weeks of treatment. That's already several $1,000s. Add imaging studies when your doctor wants to see what's actually wrong, $500 to $2,000 for MRIs or CT scans. Pain medications, both over-the-counter and prescription, add up month after month. And we haven't even touched on the biggest cost, lost productivity. Research suggests workers dealing with chronic pain lose 2 to 4 hours of effective work weekly. You're physically present but mentally foggy, distracted by discomfort, working slower. Over a year, that's catastrophic for your career advancement and earning potential. Some workers end up with permanent disabilities requiring job changes or early retirement. The lifetime earnings impact can genuinely reach tens of thousands of dollars. Now compare that to prevention costs. A quality ergonomic chair runs $300 to $800. Yes, that sounds expensive until you realize you'll use it 40 hours weekly for years. An adjustable monitor arm costs $50 to $150 and literally changes the angle your neck sits at all day. A proper keyboard and mouse, maybe $50 to $100. You're looking at $500 to $1,000 total for a complete ergonomic setup. The return on investment is staggering when you actually calculate it over 5 years. And here's something employers are starting to understand. Workers' compensation claims for repetitive strain injuries cost them significantly more than just providing proper equipment up front. Companies implementing comprehensive ergonomic programs see measurable reductions in healthcare costs and, crucially, better employee retention. People don't leave jobs where they feel physically comfortable, but what if you can't afford commercial ergonomic products right now? There are DIY solutions. Stack books to raise your monitor to eye level. Use a rolled towel for lumbar support. Position your keyboard so your elbows bend at 90 degrees. These aren't perfect, but they're infinitely better than doing nothing. The pattern I've seen repeatedly in case studies is remarkable. Individuals who modify their workspace, sometimes without any other treatment, see chronic pain reverse completely. We're talking about people who suffered for years, tried multiple treatments, and finally got relief just by fixing how they sit at work. The psychological barrier here is treating ergonomics as optional, as something for people with real injuries. But prevention is always cheaper than treatment. Always. Your body doesn't care whether you can afford medical bills later. It's responding to the mechanical stress you're putting on it right now, today, during this very work session. The economics are clear. Invest in your workspace or pay far more in healthcare costs. There's really no third option.